It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Yeah, let's
presented by Kia.
Let's do it. Don't care. Want to play. Oh, I do kind of care, but this is what you do with these training shows. You're like, I just want to get into a fucking game.
Kings play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you.
Don't bother me. I'm working. Who's starting? Not me.
And the early season, a time of optimism. Every team, Chris, thinking and hoping they'll make the postseason.
Yeah, pretty quickly, though. You'll start to see which teams are separating.
It got me
quarter
in.
of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Rudy Gay on the wing, covered by Wiggins. Gay dishes to Prez. Lawson the pass to Temple. Lawson kicks to Prez. 5 on the clock.
Shit. Yeah, I
that one no good to start him off in the night. Timberwolves trail by 5. Inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot.
We're actually winning.
Trip to the line to shoot 2.
Don't bother me.
And, you know, everyone knew that Karl Anthony Towns was going to be good, but I don't think anybody thought he could have the kind of season he put together last year. I mean, incredible numbers to start his career. And while everybody said, yeah, he's going to be a solid #1 pick, I think he's far more than that. He is a cornerstone of this franchise. And if he stays healthy and on this track, you're talking about a future Hall of Famer.
Wiggins, and too long on the shot.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Prez dishes to Labissiere. From deep. And it's Lawson.
Nice.
That time on the assist from Labissiere. Lawson's got himself going.
I love how you get more fucking rating for assisting, not scoring. It does actually encourage you to play as a team member.
Well, Kevin, this team does have some powerful finishers inside. He said that option is always going to be one for them. He said, when in doubt, I want our guys to be aggressive, get inside, and force the defense to collapse. That creates inside-out opportunities. And that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thanks, David. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
Really,
fast break score, slam dunk.
Guys, they just never had a chance.
Oh, got a fucking sweep.
Right, but you shouldn't have a chance when you play with very little energy and have even less execution. A big disappointment all the way around. Coaches, players,
has my guy changed? No, he hasn't.
Deserve some credit in this one.
And here they come. Ring shot on the way, and again it's
Phil Lane correctly.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
And Rubio kicks to Zhang. The dish to Towns. So he gets the whistle.
Why are you fouling?
On the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Timberwolves had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
We know this.
The first free throw is good. Hill, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. And Towns drops them both.
And what a tremendous advantage. Bigs who can shoot from the line.
Lawson kicks to Temple. Feeds it to Prez. Now here's Lawson. He's got 5. This is to Prez. Temple gets the bucket.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
I mean, they've really owned this game so far. Dominant performance all around for them.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Kings lead by 7. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports.
Don't bother me. I'm working.
And here's Prez on what it's like to be selected in the NBA lottery.
Oh, interview me.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a lot of talent in the draft this year. And, hey, I'm really happy to be a part of that group. But that being said, man, I'm more motivated than ever to prove myself and to make sure every team in the draft that passed me up knows that they missed out on a great player. And I know if I continue to work hard, everything else will take care of itself.
Like 7th or 8th, like pretty good.
Well, there were a lot of people, guys, that predicted Prez would be taken much higher in last year's draft.
Yeah, I mean, so many
Move to
factors
power
that
forward
play.
my matchup. Jordan Hill. Okay. I better him at free throws.
To a team's decision during draft night, do they
In your
take the
face,
best
Jordan
player
Hill.
available? Someone who feels a specific need. There's no perfect answer. Remember, even Kobe was taken late in the lottery. The only time we'll tell if we look back on Prez in the same light.
That's
And
it.
now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
Well, it's clearly part of the game. Quick outlet passes, guys running the floor like they really mean it.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Pau Aldridge is out there with Hill. Then there's Dunn. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Wiggins in at small forward. Here's Slater.
Oh,
Rebound by Aldridge. Timberwolves trail by 7.
Now, one of the issues the Kings have had over the last decade or so is that they haven't had much consistency at the coaching spot. That turnover is a recipe for chaos for a team.
Shoots from 12.
This guy's fucking blocking me like a boss.
Good D by Rubio. Wiggins outside. The feed to Hill. So he dishes it to Dunn. It's back to Hill.
Shit.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, that was...
Hill's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Minnesota. Kings leading now by 5. And with the Kings, you understand the desire to go out and get the best coach for a team or to change things up.
Well, that's a big thing that nobody seems to understand with the
Oh,
Kings.
for
In order to
fuck's
improve,
sake.
You need to have some
Bad shot
consistency
selection.
year to
That was a
year and
good
make
shot.
commitment. You
Kind
just
of.
can't blame it on the players if they don't have consistent leadership. Hopefully they can have a coach last longer than 3 seasons in the next decade for the sake of the players and the fans.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Oh, my days.
Andrew Wiggins' ball handling lagged behind the rest of his game before he came to the NBA, but he's found he can use his size to post up immediately. It's a talent that many players don't develop until they've been in the league for years. Kevin, he's got the footwork, and as his skills develop, he's almost certain to become a superstar.
Sure does. Thanks, D.A. Timberwolves trail by 5. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Chris, you played a long career, remained effective, even as you lost some of your athleticism. You hear some people say the game is 90% mental. How accurate is that?
I don't think it's 90% mental because you need physical attributes to be able to perform. But I think that it's 2 separate games. I think that one part of the game is mental, and you need to be 100% on point. And I think the mental part is different from the physical. And so
what? You're taking me off?
They're 100% physical.
Bring back on.
In a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
Ooh.
It's Sacramento leading by a point.
I did
Time now
fuck
for
up
the
that 4
halftime break,
points.
with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Bring it in. We have not won this game yet. Listen, guys, we've got one guy doing all the damage out there.
Is that it? I didn't press any button.
Who
was the guy?
Who
was doing all the fucking damage? Was it Hill?
Sacramento, and we continue here on 2K Sports.
Is that a t-shirt gun?
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. We've seen Aaron Aflalo really having a great game.
Oh, a t-shirt gun.
Just a smart game overall offensively.
Fun.
Looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Right, he's taking his time, not forcing anything, just getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Chris, it's been a few years now since you've returned. How do
Put
you
me on the fucking
think
bench.
things will go for a different look here?
37-33.
Labissiere's checked in
Subbed
for
in power
Kupas.
forward.
Prez comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Garrett Temple has checked in for Aaron Aflalo. Young is subbed in for Darren Collison. And then for Minnesota, Jang, he's checked in for Towns. And it's Hill in for Kevin Garnett.
Nice.
Slater in at power forward. Garrett Temple is out there with Young. Then it's Labissiere. And it's Gay in at the small forward spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
Oh, we've seen him posterize guys with that move many times. However, the defense proved to be very stifling.
Yes.
With the bucket.
Whoa, what the fuck was that? It started flashing shit.
Workout. With that said, Prez's dedication to improving is, from what I hear, as good as it gets.
I mean, he's certainly dedicated to making sure he is at his best at all times. A lot of players will use their free time to escape from basketball, but Prez loves the game so much, he seeks out even more time with the rock.
Gay kicks to Temple. Young for 3. That was enough space for Young to convert
Nice.
the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Wiggins, right side. Jang, the pass to Levine. Back to Jang. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the wide. It could be a three-point play.
Nice feed and close, right to where his teammate needs.
Subbed in small forward.
So it's Sacramento now. On the court for Minnesota. Hill is out there with Jang. Then there's Dunn. Then it's Zach Levine. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. And here's Levens. Releases from 15.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Levine against Young.
Man,
To Dunn.
fucking shooting I've been
Towns kicks to Zhang. The 3. And Towns gets it to go.
Always pushing the action offensively. He puts so much pressure on the defense.
So the Kings win it. It was up for grabs
Hey, we won the game.
until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done, and the
game.
Home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan.
Feels
Thank
good
you
to
for
win.
being with us, and good night, everyone. We'll see you later.
Listen, that's the kind of hustle I want to see out of you. From the tip-off to the last buzzer, intensity all the way. I like that. So keep that up.
Hey, Prez.
How you doing, man?
I was a little blurry. Who is that guy?
Good win, guys. You too, Prez.
Nice win tonight, man.